Israel is calling on every resident of Gaza City to evacuate as it prepares for a major ground invasion. The order affects hundreds of thousands of people in the city.
After the terrorist attack in Jerusalem yesterday, Prime Minister Benjamin Netanyahu is pledging to destroy the nests of terror in Judea and Samaria. CBN Middle East correspondent Julie Stahl reports.
Israeli President Isaac Herzog visited those wounded in Monday's terror attack. 2 Palestinian gunmen murdered 6 people and injured more than a dozen others when they opened fire on a bus and crowded bus stop. Israeli Prime Minister Benjamin Netanyahu called it a difficult day in Israel's war on terror.
My instruction is to go strongly against the nests of terror. We've already eliminated nests of terror in 3 refugee camps. We simply evacuated the population from there and flattened all the terror infrastructure, and my instruction is to do the same in other nests of terror.
UN Secretary General Antonio Guterres condemned the terror attack, according to his spokesman.
He conveys his heartfelt condolences to the families of the victims and wishes a full and speedy recovery to those who were wounded.
European leaders also condemned the terror attack and called for a solution to the Israeli-Palestinian conflict. The EU said the attack shows how necessary and critical a ceasefire is. On Tuesday, the IDF issued its largest evacuation order yet to the residents of Gaza City, a sign a ground invasion may be imminent.
And so I say to the residents of Gaza, I'm taking advantage of this opportunity, and listen to me carefully. You've been warned. Get out of there.
Overnight, the IDF blew up another tower in Gaza where it says Hamas established military infrastructure to carry out terrorist attacks against IDF troops in the area. Beneath the building, it maintained a site used as a gathering point for terrorists.
I promised you a few days ago that we would bring down the terror towers in Gaza. That's exactly what we're doing. In the last 2 days, 50 such towers have fallen. The Air Force has taken them down.
In his warning, Netanyahu said bringing down the buildings was just a prelude to the main ground operation. 4 Israeli soldiers were killed in an attack on their tank on Monday. In the UK, the British government says Israel is not committing genocide in Gaza. The new ruling differs from the government's previous position, which said that only the courts could make that determination. Julie Stahl, CBN News, Jerusalem.
Well, I'm glad the UK has finally awakened to the reality on the ground in Gaza and recognizing, no, it's not a genocide. Famously, it's been said, well, if it was a genocide, then it's a really bad one because it's been going on for 2 years. The military might that Israel has is overwhelming. If they wanted to wipe out Gaza, they could have done so on October 8. But what they wanted was the return of their hostages, the return of their own citizens. What they wanted is to protect the civilians, but it was Hamas that wanted to use them as human shields. It's Hamas that put their headquarters into hospitals and mosques and churches and put things right underneath them. It's these horrible terrorists and their ideology of death that's causing all of this. And we want to focus, the world opinion seems to want to focus on just how bad Israel is. No, let's focus on just how bad Hamas is and just how bad this ideology is that they're dedicated to wiping Israel off the map. That's what they said in their founding document. Let's believe it. This is the fruit of all of that. And can we please stop our taxpayer dollars going into educating children in jihad and that their highest glory is to die in the struggle against Israel? That's been going on for decades, and it's wonderful to see UNRWA finally being shuttered in Israel. But that education was happening in Gaza. It was happening in the West Bank. That ideology of hate repeating generation after generation after generation. It's time in our time. This is our now, our today. We vowed never again. And here it is happening again, but it's been happening again and again and again. And amazingly, with our own taxpayer dollars, educating children, well, this is what you're going to do when you grow up. No, it's time to stop it and say that ideology is absolutely evil.